Alrighty. Hello, everyone. We are back for some more Hollow Knights and to kick some Mantis booty with my stinky cloud. Alright, let's get into this. We're gonna kick that Mantis booty, doo-da, doo-da. We're gonna kick some Mantis booty, da-da-doo-da-day. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm gonna get him. And it's gonna be wonderful. Hey yo. Ba, ba, da, da, da. No, come back. Hopefully my movements are still tight from how they were yesterday. And that I haven't forgotten how to move in this game. Hi. Bye. Whop. Alright. No! No, my Could you just... There we go. All I had to do was just, like, drop down a little bit. Lost my 2 extra hearts. That's okay. We'll be just fine. Yep, probably. Maybe not. Yeah, okay. You know what? Maybe we're not off to the best start. Might cry just a smidge. Ow! Okay, stop! Oh my god. That was not worth it. That was not worth it. Hello, Ran. How you doing? Alright, I will get to my squats. It is squatting time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. I got your 10 squats. Hi, Ran. How was your day going? Okay. Ba, ba, da, da, da.
Kika.
Yeah, I know. How are you even supposed to get these corners? Allergies for some reason are high right now, so your eye and head hurts. Oh, it sucks. All that sinus pressure. Guess all this rain is making them bad. Yeah, that'll do it. Because the rain brings down dust and pollen and everything else that's been floating in the sky. How do I even keep getting up here in the first place? That's what I would like to know. This is like the hardest freaking jump. Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, if you got allergy medication, that's just taking that. Although, I learned something fun, which is really not so fun, is that taking allergy medication can actually make, like, sinus pressure worse because the allergy medication causes the mucus to thicken. which means it's not going to drain properly. And it can kind of keep it stuck in your sinuses. Which is really annoying, because it's like, well, you take allergy medication to not have those symptoms, and it's just making the symptoms worse? What? Oh my god. How did I even... Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Ugh. I have so few health. Hi, Darkus. How you doing? Alright, you. Come and get it. Meet the pointy end of my stick. Okay. Oh, okay, I went into that. Ah, missed me with that. Okay. Ow, okay, I ran into you. Oh, I ran into that. Sucks. Ow! Okay, I wasn't expecting you to actually get me on that one. Ooh, okay. I can never remember if you're gonna be high or low. Okay. Ow! Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god! Why is there such good tracking? Oh my god, stop it! Oh my god, what is the tracking with these rings? I'm mushy mush. Get better. Yeah, Red's not feeling so good. Oh, you'd like to not have to take a pill since I get side effects from... Yeah. Allergies do suck. Alright, alright. More squats! Okay, okay. We'll get back to the squats. Oh, sorry, Jasper. You okay? Hey, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh shit. I muted myself. Why did I mute myself? Oh my god. Apparently I was just like uber focused. Ah. I was so worried that all three of them were gonna come after me. I was about ready to cry. Oh my god. Whew. Did I get anything? Did I get something from them? Do I have to talk to them? They bow to me. Cool. I mean, you should do that. I'm awesome. They pay their respect. Yeah, but where's my prize? Oh, hey, look, there's my prize, I think. I won. I am strong now. No, I don't want my prize to be strength. I want my prize to be like an actual shiny thing. I want a shiny for my prize. Oh, come on. Okay, it looks like I have to come up here somehow. Where am I? Oh, I am in Deep Nest. Where am I in Deep Nest? Oh, I'm over there in Deep Nest. Okay, there's that. What is this? There can't be just like nothing over here. That wouldn't make any sense. Oh, okay. Well, what is my prize? I didn't get any cool moves. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that was close. You don't remember. Darn it. What's this? Well, there's money down there. I will always take the money. It's weird. Oh, you will get through some door that was locked because they respect you. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, I just did that though. But I want a cool new power, man. Oh, I could probably take this off. Where's some burgers? There we go. Okay, I beateth them. They have... Oh, wait, I can go up to this door, too. I forgot about that part. Where am I here? I'm up this way. I have done this, right? Yeah. It doesn't look like there's any outlets, though. Okay, let's try this. Let's go back, because now I can go through, I think, hopefully, that locked door that was... I want this shiny thing. That was over here. Or sorry, that was just before them. And that had the... Yeah, you better pay your respects, me. You were a hard fight, man. It was over here. How do I get back up? Up here. Yeah, it was that fight. Oh, they do have a shiny reward. You can get to the treasury. Okay, maybe that's the door that got blocked off previously. This one over here, maybe? Will you let me in? Will you let me in? Haha. Sucks to suck, dude. Oh, wait. Are you bowing to me? Oh, you're not attacking me anymore. Nice. Ooh, what's this? Shiny thing. Mark of Pride? What does that do? Which one was it? Stalwart Shell, Shaman... This one. Freely given by the Mantis tribe to those they respect greatly increases the range of the bearer's nail, allowing them to strike foes from further away. Ooh, is that better than the long nail? Okay, so this is just increases. And this one is greatly increases. Okay, so that's probably better. Hell yeah. Hello, Nebu Pukins. Watch out. If you're too stinky, they might still attack you. Wait, does being... I didn't see what that one was about. Does being stinky make them aggressive towards me? Try sticking your butt in his face and finding out. I don't know, man. Ooh, shiny thing, shiny thing. What is this one? Hollow Nest Steel. Well, that's just money. I don't want money. Ooh, what's this? What's over here? What's this? Okay, maybe I do want money. I do like all of these monies. Oh, my Lanta. I have so much monies over here. I didn't need more monies, especially because I got my shiny light. But I do need more thingies. Ooh, resting. Yes, yes, that's what I needed. Oh, wait, that's what I was gonna do. That's right, that's right. Okay, Defender's Crest. Wait, oh, I gotta sit at the thing. There we go. Okay, unequip that. And then equip this. There we go. Less stinky. Alright, and now what does my map look like? Get the Mantis Village up there. Not you. I smell beautiful now. Yes! Super pretty. Okay. Oh, there is an uppies. Okay, how do I get uppies? That one can go away. Oh, you know what? I wonder if the uppies are over here. And then they go down this way. Okay, let's go find the uppies. There is a lot of ways to go. A lot to explore. I do agree with that. Ow. Whee. Ow. There we go. Those Oreo spikes hurt. Don't kiss them. I know, I'm not trying to. They just kind of happen. Okay, we go uppies here. Are you gonna attack me? You're not gonna attack me? Oh my god, I love this. Alright, sorry dude. You were kind of in my way, my bad. Oh my god, I love this. Just the tip should be okay though. Yeah, just a little. Okay, and then yeah, uppies here. Okay. Wait, is there a different? Oh, it's this one. That's right. Oh my god. How am I supposed to get over here? Do I have something that will increase my jumpies? Jumpy, jumpy, jumpies. Killed the innocent bug. It was in the way. The mantis vulture. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of cool. They're, what are they? They're like mantis wasps or something? Maybe you need to get more things. I was thinking I had to get more things, but I thought getting the mantis peoples would help me with that. Quick focus. Lifeblood heart. Johnny's blessing. Mark of pride. Those are spells. That was dash master and dash downwards. What about a dash uppies? Okay, otherwise, what do we got for... I need to put a little marker on this, though. I need something. I need something for that. And who can I buy from? Water's there. Royal Waterways. I did something with the waterways that I thought would bring the water level down in the fungal waste, but apparently that's not a thing. Dashmaster looks like Suns. Maybe I need to go back into the deep nest and get that dreamer. I don't know. Maybe Crystal Peak. Oh yeah, there is the Crystal Peaks. I got kind of scared away because that guy was sitting at my bench and he was not happy with me sitting with him. He was very upsetty spaghetti like that. Alright, we'll go to Crystal Peaks. Especially because I can't figure out where I want to go. Sorry, dude. The Crystal Peaks mining is cool. And I like that guy's little song. Okay, I just go back the way I came. Ow! Did not mean to do that. There we go. Those butterfly mushrooms look cute. Yeah! Spiky mushrooms. Alright, over here. Take the stagway. Over to... Which part of the map, actually? Forgotten Crossroads, I think? Yeah, I have to take the stagway to the Forgotten Crossroads. And then I can go to the Crystal Peak there. Oh, and if I do that, I can go check out this guy real quick on the way. Maybe get some more thingy things. Thank you, Darkus. I hope you have a nice day too. Can I teach you some biology? I can't. That depends on what you want to know about, though. Although I will say that my specialty is more in physiology and molecular biology. I don't know bacteria stuff. Where am I at? Forgotten Crossroads. Yeah. You're halfway in points to your first daily? Hell yeah! All of it. That is a lot of biology. And I don't think all of biology is teachable, considering not even scientists know all of biology. We're still discovering so much. Oh wait, I needed to go down. Okay, only 98% of it is good enough then? Just watch Zoria whenever she streams and you'll learn that in like 10 years. You know, maybe. Depends on how much I keep learning myself. But even then, you're only gonna learn what I know. And what I know is definitely not everything. There we go. Money! More money. What's lesson 1? Ooh. Lesson 1 is usually the foundations of life. That I can't make your infinite wisdom go finite, and I'm still trying with dailies. Oh, you are right. You are right. I do have a lot of information. I'm not saying I have infinite information. I'm just saying I got a lot in my head, and I'm always learning something new. We're trying to, anyways. Oh, I need 18 charms. Darn it. Alright. Let's see. Let's see if even I can remember what the rules are. What is it? Because viruses are not considered living creatures, but they do have a lot of the qualities that make living creatures. So one of the requirements to be considered alive is that you must have a blueprint to replicate, which for most species is DNA, though it can sometimes be RNA. Oh, I only need one more charm for that notch? Ooh. Can I buy it from somewhere? I don't think I can. I think I've bought all of the charms. Let me go back to that real quick. Let's see. I think... You're so charming. You got the charm from Treasury for the main... Yeah, I got that one. That's the one I'm using right now. That is... this one, the Mark of Pride. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16? Wait, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. Oh no, wait, I need 18. 12, 13, 14, 15, oh, 16, 17, I miscounted. You could buy the fragile charms. Oh yeah, I could go to that one guy. Let me see if Dirtmouth has any real quick, because he might have restocked. And then we can check out the fragile charms. But then I run out of money. That's the issue. Run out of money. Yeah, the blind dude.
Icobus.
No, I've cleared him out. Nothing left at all, says Sly. I think there might be a few old trinkets down in my storeroom, but I lost the key a while ago. Ooh, so no more business between us, I'm afraid. For now, at least. Get out of here and let me spend some quality time with all the Geo you've gifted me. Okay, so it would have to be blind dude now. Let me see. Alright. Blind dude. He was not here. He was in the waste. Oh, that is him. This is him. Okay. Definitions are somewhat arbitrary, so why did we decide to draw the line such that viruses aren't considered life? Okay, so that is the part that I do remember, the most important part, because there's like 6 aspects to what is considered living, but the most important one that viruses don't fit is that they cannot self-replicate. So if you'll notice, like, all mammals can have babies with other species, and their cells themselves will divide and replicate to create more cells. and continue the organism's life itself. But viruses can't do that. They cannot produce more viruses on their own. They have to have a host. Yeah, they're the non-living relatives of parasites. But I mean, Nebu, why not draw the lines differently so that non-self-replicating things like viruses are included? So it is fairly arbitrary. There are some arguments to be made that viruses could be living because they do undergo things like mutations when they do replicate. And then there are like organisms that people look at and they're like, well, if viruses aren't considering self-replicating, then what about these species that kind of require a partner to replicate? And so some of the definitions are rather tenuous, and there are some arguments for viruses being considered living, but I think as of right now, that the consensus is no. Because despite the fact that you have like other organisms like, what is it? There's a couple strains of bacteria that can only live in a host. And there's other parasites, like insect parasites, like some worms. Oh, like the horsehair worm, that will take over an insect's body and drown it in order to have their offspring and grow as part of their life cycle. So then you kind of get into the argument, well, like, if they require a host to replicate, and viruses require a host to replicate, could viruses then be considered living? But I think it's because those organisms are not a single entity. They do still have their multicellular units. That is a big part of why they are still considered self-replicating, because those cellular units can also replicate. Alright, I think just going straight down might be the best option. What was this guy? Who's the seller there? What was he selling in the Stone Sanctuary? Fastest way to get to Lake Eaters, walk down via Crossroads. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh wait, I think I can take... Can I take this down from the City of Tears over to the side? Kind of looks like it connects in. See, at the end of the day, all you say is size matters. Sometimes. Sometimes not. I forgot Crossroads over here. Oh, don't take the elevator. Well, where's Lake Eater? I thought he was in the Fungal Wastes. Oh, wait. Is he in... Oh, no, wait. It's this guy. What is the red ones? Whispering Roots. Oh, Warrior's Grave. That's what that is. Because I was like, I could have sworn it was a grave thing over here. But yeah, okay, so he's over here. So I'd probably just go down and over. Bloop. Good catch, good catch. But also at the end of the day, I'm not a virologist. I don't study viruses to begin with. I study organisms. So that's kind of my portion of knowledge. So someone who actually studies virology would probably have a much better understanding of why viruses aren't considered living, because I just have a basic idea. Although viruses are cool in how they interact with living organisms, but I do not study them on their own, personally. Yeah, I forgot where he was. Yes, but I am smart, and Base's smarter person knows more, so we ask. I mean, fair. Well, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily smarter than most people. I'm just knowledgeable. I just was in a position where I could actually learn that knowledge, and decided to pursue said knowledge. I did actually try to take the virology course at one point in my college studies, but so because the university I went to, oopsies, required that you have a specific, I think like biochemistry 2 course that I did not have. In order to take that course, I would have had to have had permission from the professor or the department. And so I signed up for that class, even though it was full. Showed up to the class anyways, and asked the professor for permission to join his class, despite not having the biochemistry credit for it, because I still really wanted to take it. And I got told no. I got told to take a different class for that semester. Aw, shit. At least in biology and fashion and some random things too. I do know a lot of random things, I will give you that. But yeah. So I technically didn't have the opportunity to to learn virology, simply because I was lacking in the biochemistry credit. I'm not familiar with the culture in biology, but in other domains like math, we choose definitions because we have a particular application in mind. Oh, like when we decide that 1 is not a prime number, even though its only divisors are 1 in itself. I was wondering if there was some consequence or functional reason for defining life the way that we did. That is a good question, and that does crop up in biology too. That people will kind of make their own definitions to suit a particular purpose, but by and large, when people do that, when I've seen students in particular do that, it's rather frowned upon, because we're taught in biology that you do not or should not make experiments to suit a particular outcome. That when you are designing your experiments, you should be asking a question and let the data tell the story. Because if you are choosing your question with a particular outcome in mind, you are technically manipulating the data to suit a particular outcome, and that introduces bias. So definitions are usually the result of a bunch of people doing a bunch of different experiments to come to a conclusion that everyone can agree on, but those definitions can and do change with new information. Hence why there are some virologists who do argue that viruses are living and that maybe we need to change our definition of what being alive actually means. At the end of the day, all definitions are human-made, so all are imperfect. Yeah, no, that's literally what it is. And there's a lot of bias that I've seen. There's a lot of problems where, oh, hey, I forgot I could do that. Hey, what's this? A fossilized gome wedged into the rock. Can I inspect it again? Okay. There are some issues with that I think I've discussed before, where were you looking at peer-reviewed papers? If you're on the reviewing side, you should always assume that the data and the images they have given you are the absolute best that they have gotten that suit the narrative that they are trying to tell. And there are things where you get results you don't expect. And you just kind of throw them out. Now, if it's like the majority of the results are doing that, you should not be throwing them out because it's not what you expect. It's like, you know, if 1 in 100 gets some weird result, you just kind of assume that it's like due to just a random genetic mutation or chance in the organism that you're looking at. E.g. in math, definitions are perfect in the sense that they are taken as axiomatic. We're carving out distinct concepts in Platonic ideals instead of trying to classify existing things like organisms. Yeah, well, because, like, from my understanding, I'm not a math person. I have a friend who is a mathematician, but from my understanding of what they've mentioned, is math is very much like philosophy. Darkest, they may be perfect, but it's still perfect under conditions we know, and the conditions we know might change depending on things that are out of control. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I can't, you know, if I'm looking at my model organism, I can't control what mutations it takes on, which may change what I'm working with, because my assumptions is that I'm working with the perfect version of the model. But I don't know, sometimes your assumptions are also wrong. Like, take for instance, when people were learning or trying to figure out, hey, now, the structure of DNA. We know it as a double helix with the phosphate sugar backbone on the outside and the bases on the inside. One of the first models of DNA actually had all the bases on the outside. And that was kind of the assumption for a long while. People weren't quite sure what was going on with it. And so it wasn't until we, like, had, what is her name? Rose something. What is her name? Shit. She's a X-ray crystallographer. She actually took the X-rays of DNA that allowed Watson and Crick, Rosalind Franklin, that's her name. Rosalind Franklin was an X-ray crystallographer that took the pictures that allowed Watson and Crick to realize that the codons, the bases for DNA were actually internal instead of external. Look at this. Sorry, Nebu. Wait, this way. There we go. I gotta scroll back up a little bit. Let's see. Nebu, like a circle is defined as a set of all points on a 2D plane that are equidistant from a given point called the center. The definition won't change even if we learn new things. We'll just define new things, e.g. names of objects for non-2D surfaces or whatever. That's the difference between a definition and an empirical observation. Mushy, did y'all see the buckshot roulette clip that was requested? Oh, after the ladies' night stream, I grabbed it. Ooh, I will take a look at that, Moshi. Darkest, so I'm assuming Nebu is a math major, teacher, something similar. That would be my guess. But yeah. I mean, that's basically the difference between math and science. I mean, biology is considered, I guess, one of the softest sciences for a reason. Although I don't care for that perspective, but I mean, I'm also coming from the perspective of a biologist, so of course I don't care for that perspective. Especially because more recent biology does take into account a lot of the quote-unquote hard sciences, such as chemistry and physics. So I can also see the reasonings for why people consider it a soft sciences, especially when you're looking at ecology and it's a lot of behavioral studies that you're like, because this was some of my gripes with some of my peers where they, you know, would have things like, oh, these animals during hibernation, under lab conditions, they are increasing their body temperature, and one of the biggest gripes to them was like, okay, well, these are lab conditions and they weren't allowed to nest. In the wild, these animals would have nesting behaviors that would make them warmer. So are these actually true to life? Like, could you add in conditions where the animals are given nesting materials and then measure their body temperatures so that it's a little more lifelike? I don't distinguish soft versus hard much. Yeah. But I think that is kind of where people get into, like, oh, it's a soft science. Because just so many studies really don't account for everything that they should. And that the results that you get sometimes are only relevant to the lab. And that can be very frustrating. What's down here? Oh. Ow. Whereas I don't think you get that in math. Like, you're not gonna have... The conditions you set are gonna be fairly perfect. I think even... What was it? There was something in physics about Einstein's math? I think it was. And antimatter. Where they found out like the math was accurate, but then also that some definitions needed to be changed. Because he was operating off of an incomplete assumption. Okay, maybe I can go... Wait, I already forgot where I was going. Okay, down this way, I think. Come here, you. Okay, is that... I should just look at the map here. Da-da-da-da. This way. Ew. Quit it. Darkest, if I recall, even physics is imperfect in what it considers perfect because some things are only true for us. What I mean by that is if we get closer to black holes or things that we can't test on normally, even laws may not work like we expect. Yeah, that may have been what I was remembering, where there was like something about black holes that was warping our assumptions that we didn't account for in the math. I don't know, it makes my head hurt. I am not a math person. You have, Moshi, you have Silksong queued up for streaming after you beat Hollow Knight? Oh, yes I do. This is in preparation for playing Silksong, although I really want to play Hades 2 as well, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing one right after the other, or swapping back and forth, because they both look like fun. Naboo. Physics is definitely imperfect, as is all science, but there's a distinct difference between domains of science and specific definitions. Yeah. Yes, Moshi. I love Hades. I have almost finished the Hades 1. I think I was like at run 7 of 10 to get the quote-unquote true ending. Ooh, God. I can stick. Okay. That's kind of neat. Yep. Yep. those crystals look like candy crystals? They do. They do look like candy crystals. Oh, okay, those spikes I don't have to jump over. That is good to know. The forbidden rock candy. Yes, it is forbidden rock candy. Oh, I'm just so sticky. I love this mechanic. I am sticky like candy. Ow. Okay, don't do that. Ow. Okay, that's not nice either. Ow. Didn't mean to do that. Come here, you. Ow. Stop it. Ow. Why is your aim so good? There we go. Okay. But sorry, MG, you never finished giving definition for life. I'm gonna have to come back to it and remember what it was. It's been so... Actually, that was... Good lord. Is that high school biology? It's been since high school biology since they've gone over the definition of life. I will have to come back to that on my next stream because I can't remember what the rest of the qualities were. I know it was almost all internal. Oh yeah, it was self-regulation. It has to have homeostasis. So self-regulation was part of it. Homeostatic interactions. And homeostasis is just like maintaining... things like maintaining body temperature. I think it's also part of like what is causing weight maintenance when people see plateaus where your body is trying to, and this does kind of go back into what I was talking about with set point theory, but it's also like the difference between what set point theory actually is and what's actually going on with your body, because people do recognize what is called a whoosh when you're in the process of losing weight, that your body will hold on to water. And I think it's because of homeostasis that it's trying to maintain a specific weight until it just gives up and you release all of that water and you see a whoosh in the scale or like a drop in like 5 to 10 pounds depending on where you're at. And that is the plateau that people are often talking about when they're discussing set point theory. Oh, Nabu, you can teach me another thing then. I'm interested in anything you have to teach. Hey, I'm happy to talk about just about anything that I can. Ow, stop it. Where is the set point encoded? Do you think it's in the nervous system? So, that is a good question. And I don't think it's anything that people have actually looked at what weight do people get like set or stuck at when they're losing weight. It would be really useful to study. I have a lot of gripes, unfortunately, with nutrition studies. They're often not done very well. There's a lot of problems because they will use what is it called? Surveys, which relies on the person's memory. And people's memories are fallible. People often want to make themselves out to have better habits than they actually do have. So you run into a lot of issues with that with human-based studies. Moreover, the only kind of studies I've seen that actually like look at calories, people's intake, energy expenditures, all that realistically, that's what I was trying to go for. I see, okay. Use, what is it, radioactive, oh sorry, not radioactive, radio labeled water, which can actually measure your actual metabolism. Because you measure the radio-labeled water that goes in, and then measure, oops, ow, what comes out. Based on the anecdotes that I've seen, it does kind of seem like the set points tend to occur, the sort of stickiness in weight that people see might be like 20 pounds-ish. So you have to lose a fair amount of weight before you kind of get stuck at a point. But I would be really curious to see what that actually looks like. Where am I? I need to go up more. Ow! Ow! That was hurtful, dude. Whew. Now, stop it. I'm gonna find something easier to kill. Oh, hey, I could go over there. This one. Rude. Oh, there's another little buggy boy. Okay. Nebu, I mean, if we were going to design weight loss interventions, would we be primarily targeting gut microbiome? If we think the set point is encoded more in the gut, or inhibiting neurotransmitters if we think it's encoded more in the brain, or what? Yeah, buggy boy. So actually what we're finding with the Wegovy and stuff is that the GLP-1 inhibitors are working out really well for people. Because, before that, a lot of weight loss drugs, I think they were like ATPase inhibitors, or just ATP inhibitors, I don't remember which part exactly. But they caused issues where people got way too hot and people died. After taking them. Whereas these GLP-1 inhibitors actually affect appetite. They are appetite suppressants by and large, and they operate on the leptin and ghrelin pathways, which just are pathways for being hungry or satiated. And what the GLP-1 antagonist does is it makes you feel satiated more often and with less food. I like that there's some science-specific topics, and from time to time I say that rock looks like candy and Moshi says buggy boy. Yeah, you know, that's just kind of the duality of man, I suppose. Woo! Made it. It's funny to look at chat, yeah. So I think as far as weight loss drugs are gonna go, there is some merit to looking at the gut, which I think is very funny because like 15 years ago, I think, when I was hearing about it, about all this information on the gut microbiome and its impact on human psychology, that people were realizing, oh yeah, like the gut may actually be kind of controlling you. It just sounded so weird and fantastical and like, that can't be true. Like, how could the gut do that? And we are finding out more and more that that is actually true. That people who are overweight have a different microbiome compared to people who are of a healthy weight. And they have found through fecal matter transplants that if you transplant fecal matter from someone who is a healthy weight to someone who is of overweight, that they will actually start to eat less and they will slowly become more of a healthy weight. And because their gut flora has also changed from that. So there is indications that like the foods you eat feed bacteria that like those foods, and then they will send signals to your brain that say, hey, eat more of that food. I like that. Okay, I died. So there is some merit to also looking at the gut microbiome and changing that, because there's also like other things people have found, and it could also be related to the medications people are taking too. That people who are on psychiatric medications, that their gut microbiome changes, and it does. But there's some indication that your gut microbiota also impact your serotonin and dopamine levels in your brain, because they send those signals to your brain as well. Yeah, I got rocked to death. What is over here? I don't remember what's there. Did I go that way? Did I get... I can't remember if I got that buggy boy. Did I get that bug? There's a lot of little trails over here. More than I was expecting. So yeah, I don't know. If you're looking at weight loss stuff, it's gonna be all over the place. There's a few good avenues. Another method that I think people should rightly look at is environmental changes. Weight was less of an issue before most of our society had basically unlimited access to food and actual walkable cities. That is unfortunately part of the problem, is that in the US at least, people are driving more, people are eating more, our work is not as you know, okay, I see you. Our work is not as physical as it once used to be. Okay, I do hear you, so I did miss you. But I know that is another avenue that, like, lawmakers at least are looking at and trying to change. That's why it was such a big issue in 2010-ish to get children to eat more vegetables at school, because they were trying to change the environmental factors that were causing childhood obesity. Which honestly isn't helping with the fact that I keep hearing teachers complain about students only having, or sorry, sometimes not even having recess at all. So they're not getting enough exercise throughout the day. Nebu Pokins, what's the mechanism for the microbiome to trigger, e.g. depression? Is it signals being sent via nerves, or is it traveling via blood cells, or what? So, serotonin and dopamine are hormones. From what I remember reading, the biota in the gut are actually sending hormones. So that is going to be sent through the endocrine system, through the blood, through the blood-brain barrier into Sorry, let me put this right here. I'm trying to get this spot. Okay. Through the blood-brain barrier to signal to the brain to make more or less of those hormones, which are then going to affect things like depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety, and whatnot. Darkest, I'll count today's whole stream as a fun science fact. Hey, that's fair. You do what you want. I am also happy to give more fun facts too. Now. I'm headed over this way. So that's your first daily. Yeah. Where am I going? Up this way. That wall behind him looks breakable. This wall? I mean, yeah, it kind of looks breakable, but I don't think I can break it. Or was it over here? Was it over here? I don't think it was over here. Oh, no. Oh, the dude I just killed? Is it breakable? Oh, it is breakable. Oh my god, thank you. Good eye. What is over here? Oh my god, can I get that? I don't think I could jump for that. I can't jump for that either. Okay, I'll put something down here. I need this something. Alright. Bug friend, where are you going? Oh, okay. Da-da-da. You friend. Alright. And my soul? Hey, soul. Thank you. Oh, I still lost health. You suck. Aha. Okay. This whole biome makes me want to eat rock candy. I do too. I think that would be really fun to have some rock candy. I've tried making rock candy in the past, and it never worked out, and then I learned that in order to usually get it to work, you usually have to seed it, which means you have to have some crystals that have formed already on the string. Nebu, I'm assuming there's some healthy purpose that the microbiome is hijacking there. How is serotonin, etc. normally produced in the human body? It's usually produced in the pituitary gland, if I'm remembering that. I had thought it was produced in the brain, but now I realize I have no idea. So, a lot of these pathways operate off of feedback loops. And so, yes, the bacteria are kind of hijacking that system. They are not parasites. They are cohabitating with us, which makes them not parasitic relationship. It is a symbiotic relationship. Which I mean, if they're impacting our mental health, that could probably feel like a parasitic relationship in a negative way, because it's making our mental health worse to make their physical health better. Pituitary gland is the brain. Yeah. So serotonin comes from the brain and is used in the brain. Why would it be allowed to penetrate the blood-brain barrier? It's not always used in the brain, so that's why you get symptoms such as like fatigue, malaise, what other heart rate changes, so on and so forth. You like get actual physiological changes throughout the body because it is a hormone. Hormones, by definition, affect the whole system. They have to travel through the blood. Otherwise, they are just signals. Sorry, I gotta remember what kind of signals they are called, because there are specific names for signals that a cell releases that acts upon itself, signals that act upon other cells, and then hormones are the signals that act upon other cells from further distances. And so they're allowed to penetrate the blood-brain barrier because they pass through the blood-brain barrier to begin with, just usually in the opposite direction. It's like one of those things for oxytocin production, for lactation. It starts in the brain, it goes into the ovaries and the uterus, and the ovaries and the uterus produce their hormones in response, and then it kind of goes back to the brain as part of a feedback loop that says, hey brain, keep making more of these hormones, we're going to ramp this production up. So it is a positive feedback loop in that way, and that's how you get like let down in lactation. Because otherwise, what normally tends to happen on a molecular basis is that those hormones are made by the cells, but after a while they kind of have a natural stopping point. So you need other signals to keep coming in to say, hi, hey, you need to either slow that production down or ramp it up and keep doing what you're doing. If they don't get those signals at all, there's like an internal stop. Get over there. So there's two of those. And it says I can go down further. Okay, let's try going down then. You gotta go left and then all the way up. Yeah, but to the left, oh, there we go, down here. To the left is the guy who doesn't want me at his chair, man. He doesn't want me down there. Okay, that worked, I guess. You can ignore the chair guy. Oh, yeah, I can. That was my spot, man. I wanted that spot. He took my seat. And then I took his and he got mad at me. Okay. There should be a way to the buggy boy down here, though. Ow, okay, that was my fault. There we go. But to make progress in there, you do have to go left and all the way up to open a gate. Yeah, I kind of figured. The going at different angles is like messing up my counting in the brain. There we go. Oh, God. Ow! You clipped me. Oh, okay. Now you got me there. Okay, I can do this. Okay, that was a bad idea. Oh, you clipped me again. Did I save over there? Yeah. Oh, I was so close. Okay. For the second one, instead of dashing, I would just walk down and hop up. Yeah, that might work out better. Will probably work out better. Where do I need to go? I could probably just walk up over here, though. That might be a little faster. I had time. Okay. Ew. Ew, you suck. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Don't steal all of my money. It's mine. I mined that money fair and square, those cute little diatoms. Oh, do I have to go that way? No, I can go up here. Okay. Alright, then there's you. That? Huh. How many legs does a caterpillar have? Depends on the caterpillar. What was it, 12? 10 or 12? Something like that? The sound of the press things makes you sleepy. It is good white noise. I will give you that. Definitionally, how many legs does an insect have? Usually about 6. Pairs of 6. Because arachnids have 8, which is why crabs are sea spiders. That makes me so happy. I'm like, I eat sea insects, sea bugs, or sea spiders. Shrimp are technically the sea insects that people don't tend to realize. They're just very fat. Yeah, and caterpillars are also insects. I mean, but they don't have 6 legs. Yeah, they normally have more of that. They probably have a multiple of 6. It's probably 12. Just like how flowers, petals works. They usually have like multiples of 3, I want to say. That's not it. It's over here. So caterpillars have 6 legs and a bunch of pseudo legs. They have pseudopods? And when I found that, I decided biologists were patrolling us. I mean, yeah, we do that. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. We've got beetles named after Pokemon, so fair. I'll have to look into that. I should honestly look more into caterpillars than I have. Because there's some interesting data to be looked at for regeneration. Now, because how caterpillars, when they just dissolve themselves to turn into a butterfly, they're using some of the similar pathways that other organisms use to regenerate limbs, like the oxalotl. And flies. That's probably why flies are one of our model organisms. Yeah, it's funny when you hear about some of the names. The names are really cool. Ow, okay, I got too close to the sun. It's fair. Okay. Curses! Suck. Down, down, down. Oh, now they're on like the same. Okay. That's weird. They also did memory tests, like aversion to specific stimuli to see if butterflies retain memory from when they were caterpillars. Yes, I have actually heard of that one. Despite their neurons becoming undifferentiated sludge in the cocoon. And yeah, I think they did actually retain their memories from when they were caterpillars. That is some really cool neurobiology stuff. Down, down, down. Down. Okay, that kind of worked. Okay. Oh, it was so close. So what the heck is the mechanism for— I have no idea. I don't think anyone knows how memories are encoded. It's one of those weird ephemeral things, especially when you have things like surgeries where you can remove an entire entire hemisphere, and people will just rewire their brains. And it's like, how did you do that? Like, different parts of the brain will actually take over the parts that were lost, and it's freaky. It's really freaky. This is why I don't like neurobiology, because it gives me existential crises. I can't even with them. Got it. Don't get me started on neuropsychology. It's one of your favorite topics. I love neuropsychology, but it's like, if I just want to be in a pit of despair, then I'll think about neuropsychology. Buggy friend, I got you! I have rescued you! Okay, and we'll get this out. Here, there we go. We can remove that one and put you here. Nice, yeah, we got more buggy friends. Okay. Did this stop them? It did not. I'm gonna cry. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. I got a little too close. There we go. Did they stop? Oh my god, they stopped. Yay! Thank you! Should I go down and save? I should probably go down and save. I should save. Go away. Don't hurt me. No! Oh! Okay. Where is it? Down? Yeah, down here. Alright. Where to next? I guess I can go back the way I came now that I have a bit of a shortcut. I don't want to. I don't want to fight you. Ah, can't catch me. Now I can think of is, the boss is probably gonna have those mechanics. And this game is really good at teaching you what is the boss gonna be like. Terrifying, Carl. It's going to be absolutely terrifying. Did I already get them? I think I already got them. Yeah, I got that. Now it is up here that there is a secondary tunnel. This place is huge. Okay, so there is... I don't have any more here. Well, since I have the light, I'm not going to use the gold for anything, so I can use the gold to signal. I need to open some gates. Oh yeah, and then there was that gate. Up here. Oh, that's not a gate, that's just a wall. Okay. Move that. Alright. Can I jump up here? I don't think I can. Hello. Goodbye, not friend. I wish you were nicer. Ow. Oh my god. Nope, stop it. Oh, that's why. Ow, rude. Okay, you know what? You know what? That's not very nice of you. There we go. Go away. Oh, shiny thing. Shopkeeper's key. Is this what he was talking about when he said he couldn't get into his, Oh. There we go. Alright, you friend, I'm probably gonna have to whack you a couple times, I'm sorry. Hello, Chessy Plants! He's just an innocent little guy deterministically reacting to stimuli. Oh, don't get me started on the concept of soul and consciousness, because that's, oh god, it's a triggering phrase apparently. Fun art fact! Okay, I am prepared with this one. So fun art fact of the day is that typically in galleries or in homes, what have you, people will... I'll pause. Well, I'll wait for him. People will place photos at standing eye level. The average standing eye level, that is, in our perception, the most important place. Oh, thank you for the follow, Nebu Pukins. So if you're in a gallery, any object that is placed below or above that eye level is considered art of lesser importance. The fun part about this is that that important space, that important eye level, varies from culture to culture. So in Japan, if you go there and are in a more historical home where people will sit on tatami mats or cushions or legless chairs, art is actually placed lower because historically people were sat at a lower level, which means their eye levels sit lower on the wall. Yeah, so it changes from region to region. Rude gallery curator. Well, you know what? If you have an entire wall filled with art, you got to figure out which ones are your most important to place. And it's also really good cues for as an artist. Like if you have a composition, like take who's the guy that the Campbell soup cans? Starts with a W. What is his name? I literally just have it. It's not Walter. It's not Waldo. I'm thinking Ralph Waldo Emerson. Warhol, thank you! If you look at some of Warhol's photos, the groupings above and below actually kind of work with the art, especially some of them, like his discussions on the media portrayal of horrific events. So he has a photo that repeats an image of a car crash that I do think it actually features dead bodies. And after a certain while, as your gaze kind of goes around all those photos, like you start out in the center and you'll kind of circle your way outward. As you continue looking at them, you become sort of emotionally desensitized. And that was kind of his point, was that by seeing all of these imagery of horrific events, that would become desensitized to the actual horrific events themselves. And it also kind of helps when you have it centered to train you to figure out, okay, what do you look at first? Normally you look at what is that center, eye level, and then you will travel outward, and artists can use that to kind of tell a story of their artworks. Alright, let's listen to this guy. Ah, quite a view, no? I'm not surprised you survived the trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating, if not for your small stature. My stature is really small. I will give you that one. Where am I? Over here. Let's go this way. Am I in danger? No. Okay. Oh, there's something that's gonna drop down over here. Alright, what is this? Okay, I can drop down this way. Or I can go up here. Tell him you're slightly above average height for your species and sex. I don't know, looks like the knight is a Hercules beetle, and those things tend to be pretty big. He might actually be on the small side. We don't know that. Okay, you got me good. Rude. Oh, there is something down here. Okay. Do I want to get that first? Maybe I'll get that first. Okay. Oh, wait. I can't get that first. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Where is this? Up here? Yes. Okay. Now I have that shortcut. Darkus, I still think that for me he looks more like an ant and the top of his mouth is the head of an ant. I can kind of see that. He does look like he's got the little mouth, what is it, forceps of an ant. I think that's what they're called. Ta-da! Ah! You took advantage of me. Ah. Yep. There we go. Okay. If they're called forceps, why are they called forceps when there's only 2 of them? Ah. Dad jokes. But more seriously, I think they're actually called forceps because they're pinchers. And it's taken from like a Greek or Latin word. Ooh. Yes, my rancid egg. Because forceps in the lab you use to make a pinching motion with. And I don't think they're named after the bug. Probably because 4 as in front. Yeah, forceps, like front claws, seps. Let's see, what is seps usually used in? How do I get out of this? Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Just climb back up. Okay. Okay, if I fall asleep, I'll say it now. Oh, you look for a bit more and then you go eat because you feel eepy. Yeah, go sleep. Have a nice night. Good night, Darkus. Oh, I got that one done. There we go. And then there's another one down there. Okay. Bye-bye. Enjoy your lurkies. Oh, down this way. There we go. It was worth it, I think, probably. Oh, I got dropped off. Alright. We got that one done too. What is over here? Ooh. What is this, like some big automaton? Oh, I hear the little one. I hear it crying. Oh, there it is. Oh, I can't reach that. How am I supposed to get to it? Unless it's just really... No, I don't think it's really close. Jumping. Naboo, actually perhaps one way we know those spiky bugs aren't living is the spike reacting to external stimuli, sticking out his spikes when you get near. He doesn't seem to acclimate, he sticks out his spikes after the 100th exposure just as readily as during the first exposure. True. There is no learning, but learning also can occur at different rates. Oh, okay. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I might have to. Okay. Unfortunately, I am going to have to quit here because I have something going on in about 30 minutes that I have to go to. So I am going to say thank you all for joining me. Naboo, I bait, but for any rate you choose, he'll still extend his spikes at the same readiness. Dang, over. I know, it was a very short stream today. But I will be back on Friday at the same time. Probably a little earlier. Probably going to start earlier. At noonish. That was what I was aiming for. I got a bit of a late start. But yeah, I will see you Friday. And thank you all for joining me. I had some lovely conversations with you guys. And I hope to see you again. And I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day wherever you end up. I need at least 3 more streams to learn 98% of all biology. Well, I do have VODs. There is a YouTube channel that has all of my VODs. And there are the last a few Hollow Knight VODs up on my channel. And the Darkest usually is really good about asking me at least one biology-related question each time. So you might get some new info over there. But for now, I will have to see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.